Imagine this, you're a so-called bacteria detective, which means you can identify and classify bacteria that causes various infections by being fond of using your own traditional methods. But here's the catch. As time would progress, your technique will not be enough and could produce false identification. So, right now, what would you do? So, what could we possibly do to improve our detective skills? So, what can you do, my co rookie bacterial taxonomist? Hans Christian Gram in 1884 has been the key through the Gram staining technique as the preliminary in the bacterial identification process. It helps doctors and clinical microbiologists to know if one has a bacterial infection to further supplement it to what treatment is needed. However, during these modern times, of course, everything is changing a lot of innovations has been happening. So this method is not enough to accurately identify the bacterial species, as the gram staining technique is only a preliminary traditional process, as this will not further identify the microorganisms to the species level. Furthermore, it can't give good results on virus factors or mistakes during the process if the cell wall is damaged due to the overheat fixation of smear. And second would be the use of old cultures and old iodine solutions, as these can't retain the stain coloration. And thirdly, uneven thickness of smear and over decolorization. This causes variability in results, which are false gram positive or false gram negative. Moreover, certain bacterial species do not gram stain very well due to the absence of cell wall, thin to visualize, and intracellular parasites such as Treponema, Rickettsia, Mycobacteria, and Chlamydia. But why are we talking about gram staining if it has a lot of limitations? Can we use other techniques as the possibility of having an accurate one? Well, without Mr. Graham's big brain move, none of this would happen at all. And maybe there's still a lot of unknown bacterial infections and species that are present today. As it is known to be a preliminary process, it must also be accurate as it will serve as a guide towards species identification. But how? So that's the main question, how? Well, as for my co-rookie scientists, we need to have great laboratory skills to accurately get the results by coherently practicing this method a lot. And yes, we can use other techniques to further identify and classify these microorganisms by combining traditional and modern methods, such as the polyphasic technique, where we can combine phenotypics such as morphology and biochemical tests to genotypic data by using 16S RNA, which encompasses genetic sequences of microorganisms as technique that integrates them in a consensus type of classification. Now, do you have what it takes to fully identify and classify this microbial species? Do you have the complete package of knowledge and the skills that will be used in the process? Guess what? Go practice. This is Christine Erica Viganyera, and thank you.